Right, Brett, just a little update video. Players that have left us already. Do you want to touch base on them?
Yeah. Obviously, to state the obvious, I think once we recruited all the players in the summer, there was always going to be a period where some worked out and some didn't. You know, when you sign 19 players, unfortunately, some of them are just not going to work out. We still feel that we've done a really, really good job in the summer in terms of our recruitment. But obviously over the last couple of weeks, one or two outs, and obviously a couple coming in as well, a bit of fine tuning, but I think it's really important that everyone understands some of the reasons and how it works, because it don't look good when there's changes, especially when you've committed to players and stuff like that, and fans like to get attached to players and stuff like that, but it's not as black and white as just saying, well, he's not cut it or whatever it is. Sometimes it's not about that. So for some of the players, it's a little bit more complicated. I mean, Alejandro going to Brentwood, I think, would have been a little bit of a shock for everyone. And it was quite a surprise for us as well. It was a surprise for me. It's something that I didn't necessarily see coming. But I think it's important that everyone understands the way it works. And the way it works is, at this level of football, you get given a 7-dayer if a team want to sign your player. Very rarely does anyone ever waive them. We didn't waive it, and no one else would waive ours normally. But what does happen when them 7 days come in, I speak to the player pretty sharpish to make sure that he's in the right frame of mind to be here and he wants to be here still. The situation with Ali was really, really simple. We've had loads of 7 days for other players over the course of the start of the season, and the situation with Ali was really, really simple. We had a phone call, and he wanted to express an interest in terms of listening to Brentwood 7 days later. And I don't run like that, Joe. So for me, it was a case of, well, if you're thinking about going, your good has gone. I want people who want to be here. And that was that, really. But, you know, leading into that, I think it's not quite as simple as that. We have, look, one thing I will say is, look, I've had a really, really good relationship with Alejandro. I think he's a very, very good player, and he's got all the potential to go on and play even above this level. But at the same time, there was a few disciplinary issues as well. We have very, very limited rules, and when they're broken, unfortunately there's punishments. And I think when there are punishments, it's how they react to that is what will put you instead with, especially with me. Like if you react well, not a problem. You know, if people say sorry or whatever it is, I don't hold grudges, we move on. But when there's a series of events in a short period of time, that becomes an issue, and that's obviously led to, unfortunately, him leaving. But I can't express enough. I think he's a really, really good player. I didn't want him to go. I think his ability-wise is no problem at all, and I think he's a really, really good bloke, and I think he'll do well. But for us at this time, it's not to be, and that was that situation.
Before we get on to the players coming in, the boys that have gone out on loan, they've gone to one club, then joined another, which has been put out there. Just your thoughts on that?
Yeah, look, I think with Joshy and Harry, got real talent there, but they're young, and I think they're going to make mistakes. And even at step 5, it's still it's a serious standard of football. You can't mess about, and you have to be up to standard. It's still a good standard. So, you know, Harry's done really well at Buckhurst. Still, he's putting the ball in the net, and long may that continue. And Josh obviously went to Ensign and felt that he should have been playing more. And he got a bit frustrated with that, and you know, we sat Josh down and said, what do you want to do? And obviously we've got Northie at Buckhurst still as well, and now Lusher's there, so it made sense for Josh to go to Buckhurst still, but he went there and probably on his behalf realised that, you know, the grass isn't always greener, and has decided to go back. But we've been really, really supportive of the young lads. We wouldn't loan them out if we didn't think they had a future at this football club. But on the whole, they're having a successful time. I'm sure Josh can now settle down at Ensign, which is obviously a club that close to my heart. I was there for a long, long time, so I know he's in good hands, and Lusher and Northie have done really, really well. So hopefully that continues. But also on top of that, we're now trying to get a couple more out, because we've got a really, really good young youth side, and a few of them are now ready to make that step. So over the next week, hopefully 2 or 3 more will go out. Will that be Buckhurst still? Will that be Ensign or whatever? We're not so sure. But they will definitely go out over the next couple of weeks, and I'll keep you updated on that.
Yeah, coming in, we've had Ollie Muldoon come on a dual from Hornchurch, and Northie played for us as well.
Yeah.
But players coming in?
Yeah, obviously Mould has come in on a dual reg from Hornchurch. It's, you know, it's a loan, if you want to call it that. He's obviously, to be honest, he was sort of Alejandro's replacement, which is a very, very good experienced replacement. Done really, really well in the 2 games against Halzowen, but obviously played 2 games in 3 days. So he's struggling a little bit since then. But he should be fit for Saturday. And it's a great addition. Hopefully we've got him for the foreseeable. We'll see how that works out. Harry Haysom, someone that we looked at in the summer and we couldn't get for whatever reason. Good loyalty to hashtag. I think he's been a very, very good player. I think he's done well at this level and probably needed a change. And then obviously over the last couple of weeks we are a little bit light defensively. So when that come up, we felt that was a no-brainer, and he settled in really, really well as well. And I think you'll see over the next week or 2 there will be some more additions coming in. We've made a few approaches and we're waiting for some answers, and we're pretty close on 1 or 2. It's a little bit of a tough time because we've got the FA Cup Saturday, so anyone coming in would be cup tied anyway. So next week I'd expect a little bit more movement from our perspective, and I'm sure that it won't be the last time we have a conversation like this. There will be people leave this football club over the next 6 months, and there will be people that come in. That's just the way it works. But we're very, very happy with what we've got here. We're very, very happy with the recruitment overall. There's obviously a few teething issues, no doubt about that, but everyone has them. We don't want to be every month players in, players out. We've assessed it. We've had 13 games or 8 league games. We've had a couple of months, and we've made some decisions. And then probably when we get to Christmas, we'll make some more decisions. But we'll always do what's best for Aveley Football Club. I want people that want to be in the building. I want people who want to play for me. I want people who want to play for the football club, and they've got to fit in terms of the change room and stuff like that. And I think we've done that really, really well. We've seen a unity and togetherness in full swing. And I can't express enough that no one who has left or who is leaving is a bad person or didn't fit in the change room, whatever. It is sometimes just one of the things that didn't work out, and that is the brunt of it really. But hopefully it calms down. I don't want loads of change. We're happy with what we've got. It's a bit topsy-turvy in terms of we've got a lot of cup games. We're about to enter a really busy period, so we need reinforcements, and we've got a few injuries as well. But as I said, don't expect too many more outgoings, but there will be some additions over the next week.
And finally, today we put out about our under-18s needing players. How important is that pathway between youth to first team, I guess, for a club like this?
I think it's absolutely vital, especially because we've had so much success from the youth side. And, we gave a fair few players good opportunity in the summer. Harry Lusher, Josh Collier, they weren't out of place at all with us. They're both only 17 years old. Louis done well. Jay, the goalkeeper's training, he's done very, very well. He's next obviously to go out. So I think for any player thinking about getting to a football club, I think Aveley's the perfect hotbed because there really is a pathway. Step-free football is a high level of football. So for a 17-year-old to step up straight away at 17, he's going to have to be a very, very good player. Jaden Robinson's 18, so that's the level.
Yeah.
But we think Harry and Josh, for example, will be part of this squad. So anyone looking to join a football club, I think Aveley is an absolute ideal football club. We've got the perfect facility. We've got great coaches, great managers at the younger level, and a clear pathway to come and join me and the first team. So for anyone listening to this, absolutely, we need players, and the opportunity will be there.
Perfect, Brett.
Top man, mate. Appreciate it.